I am so tired. And it's not a physical tired, it's more so just a constant fatigue. And it's due to the fact that I've been cutting for quite some time. It's been almost 50 days at this point. It's been slow progress, but honestly, that's the type of progress you want to see and visualize when you're doing a cut. I don't really believe in aggressive cutting, mainly because, to be quite frank, it's a good way to lose weight, but also lose a lot of size and muscle mass, which is what you don't want to do on a cut. The whole premise and purpose of a cut and a bulk is to put on as much lean mass as possible. When you're bulking, you want to make sure you're bulking at an adequate rate, slowly and effectively, to put on as much lean mass as possible. That way, when the cut comes, you can shred as much body fat as possible while maintaining that size and muscle. Now, if you're cutting aggressively, it's a little counterintuitive because you can lose a lot of muscular mass as well while doing that. And the process of losing all that muscular mass, it's a little redundant to even have bulked in the first place because you lost all that progress you made. What are we hitting today? Well, we are doing some chest, triceps, and shoulders. It is a push day, feeling a little depleted and flat today. And you might be asking yourself, what does the term flat mean? When I say flat, what it essentially means is your muscles don't look as full and you look a little depleted, and your muscles don't look as pumped up as they usually do. And this is completely normal when on a cut. It's just your glycogen stores are very low due to the lack of carbohydrates. And it is currently 4:13 a.m. Enough of that. Let's get going, Hit this push day. Real excited for that. No more dilly-dallying. We're just gonna get a coffee first, and that'll be that. We made it, we got our coffee, and we're ready to start the day. So, let's hope the gym isn't too crowded today. I don't think it will be. I mean, it's 4 in the morning, so. But we'll see. We'll see. We're going to be doing some flat bench press today. I'm going to switch things up just a little bit, mainly because at my gym, the highest that the dumbbells will go is 75 pounds. And it's getting to a point where I'm able to rep them out for about 16 reps. So naturally, I kind of want to stimulate more muscular growth and stimulate the muscles a little bit more, and get better contraction and resistance and all that. So in order to do that, you need to go heavier. So I'm going to do some bench press today. I haven't bench pressed in quite some time, so I guess we'll see how that goes. One thing I wanted to talk about today, let's talk about a common misconception about the gym. I'm seeing a lot of people still falling for the carbs are bad trend. And if you are one of these people that fall into this category, I'm going to save you some time right now and just let you know that you are not doing your body any harm by consuming carbohydrates. Carbs are our fuel source, and it's the first thing that the body uses in terms of energy. So rest assured, if you're eating carbohydrates and you're trying to lose weight, you're fine. Remember, at the end of the day, it's calories in, calories out. I see a lot of people still falling for that, and it's a common misconception, and people think carbohydrates are bad for you when it's not. Again, it is a fuel source. And the reason why you might feel like you're losing weight when you cut carbs out is carbs, the suffix, not the prefix, but the suffix carbohydrate. Hydrate means water. And carbohydrates attach themselves to these polymers known as glycogen stores. And that is what causes you to feel bloated or less bloated depending on how many carbohydrates you're intaking. So, carbohydrates are not the enemy. If you feel like you're losing weight when cutting carbs out, it's mainly due to the fact that your glycogen stores are depleted and you're no longer filled up with as much water as you originally were. There's a thing called water retention that your body does when consuming too many carbohydrates in one day or eating a lot more excessive carbohydrates than you normally would. And the same thing happens with sodium intake as well. But again, when you cut those things out and you're eating less of it, naturally, your body's not holding as much water, so you feel quote unquote lighter or look lighter, or typically as well, you'll see the scale go down. But again, that's just water retention, which is why the second you start eating those carbs, again, you start to quote unquote gain the weight back. But that's not how it works. That's not how weight gain works. At the end of the day, it's calories in, calories out. So stop running away from carbs. Don't be afraid to eat them. You need them. Now, obviously, there's different types of carbs. Try to stay away from refined carbs. Those are things like white bread, white rice, things like that. Those are known as refined carbohydrates. And the reason why you want to stay away from those is because those turn into sugar. And it's a little bit harder for the body to process and could lead to diabetes. And it's just not as healthy as carbohydrates like brown rice, whole wheat bread, and all those things, quinoa. A good source of carbs too is vegetables. A lot of vegetables are really good for you. But yeah, stop running away from that. A lot of people have this misconception that carbs are bad for you and carbs are the enemy, but they're not. You're doing your body a disservice by cutting that stuff out. Unless you want to do a keto diet, which again, everyone has a different preference in terms of dieting, but the keto diet, yes, does not use carbs. For those who are unaware, the way the keto diet works, essentially what it is higher fat intake, no carbs, and a little bit of a moderate protein intake. When you cut those carbs out, your body enters a state of ketosis, and thus creating a fat burning source for fuel instead of carbohydrate focus. Regardless, if you're not going to be doing a keto diet, then you should really focus heavily on prioritizing your carb intake. Also, happy Friday to everybody. You know, we made it to the end of the week. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you guys have a good one. I know what I'm going to be doing this weekend. Going to be doing some legs and also some back. And it is currently 4:34. We got here pretty early. The gym looks pretty dead. Not a lot of cars in the parking lot, so it looks pretty dead, which is awesome. I love an empty gym. It's just nothing beats an empty gym. It just feels like I'm in my zone, in my element. And I just feel good that I can hit every machine I want without having to stress or worry about waiting for one. It's an amazing feeling. Summer is officially 79 days away. No more making excuses. It's time to hit the gym. It's time to get shredded for summer. You still have plenty of time. Once it gets closer to day 30 / like day 25, you're kind of running out of time. Unless you do like a crazy aggressive cut. That clock is ticking. So, 79 days, it's still doable. I expect everybody to accomplish and tackle their goals for this summer. It's not too late. Stop making excuses. Just get in the gym. Lift some fucking weight. Go hard in the gym. You suffer for about an hour or two, and then you get to go home. Eat some food, fuel your body, and repeat the cycle. 79 days. That's less than 3 months. It's a little over 2 months. Plenty of time to tackle your fucking goals, get shit done, and just stop making excuses and become the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. It's not too late. You got plenty of time. Clock is ticking. But I digress. I'm going to drink my coffee now. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to head inside, hit the sets. You already know this whole spiel. And then, yeah, we'll show the progression, the pump afterwards. And I'll see you guys after. Alrighty. So that pretty much wraps it up. As you can tell by the footage, it was a pretty solid pump. We're getting leaner. It's kind of hard to notice the little details as the weeks progress because, again, it's a slow process. But slow and steady wins the race is what I always say. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. As I compare the footage from the weeks prior, you can definitely notice slight little differences. The Christmas tree slowly being more visible and prominent, and it's going great so far. I feel a little depleted, which is normal during a cut. The lighting in the locker room was a little terrible today, which is, it is what it is. Sometimes it's a hit or miss. And the gym was dead today. There was not really many people, which was amazing. I got an amazing pump. And overall, just a good workout. Solid good workout, solid good pump. And even though this cut's been going on for what feels like forever, I'm very, very much happy with the results and the progress. It's been going good. I'm feeling good. And today's my refeed, so I get to eat a little bit more than I usually would, which is awesome. With anyone struggling to stay locked in with their goals, hopefully these videos help you with motivation and all that. It's I make these videos for progress results for myself, but hopefully they help you stay locked in as well. Tomorrow's back day. We got back, biceps, and a little bit of shoulders as well. No promises on a video. Can't make any promises or guarantees, but we'll see if we'll film one. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Alrighty.